Hello and welcome to the Lightning Cast, the official podcast of Lightning Comics and Games. Today we are kind of missing one Batman.
Andy is dead.
No, Andy, due to your request, we have gagged
Andy
him
lists in Idaho
and put yeah. Well, how would you explain it?
Okay, Andy was selected to lead the Idaho division of the Justice League. He will be fighting alongside Potato Man and Gem Boy.
Enemy to Sputnik.
This week's villain, Timberlad. How do we defeat him? Knock him over. Timber! Ah!
All right. So we're going to do our best without him. Wink, wink. Sorry to keep digging, Andy, but ha.
We love you anyway.
Because apparently last time we really didn't get a true word in edgewise.
It was always, would you like to say something? Yes, I would. Okay, then, my turn now.
Good thing you said 3 words. Now it's my turn again. No, and he had personal business, so he won't be here. But i.e. the personal business, he's in a closet tied up. And so we're going to cover some comics that we read recently or from the Time Machine, which Ace will definitely let us know about.
Back in my day, funny books used to mean something.
That hair of yours, man, it's crazy right now.
I'm not crazy.
Well, maybe just a little bit. I didn't know dreadlocks were big back then. I thought it was all about afros.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot my pick. There we go.
Seriously, when it comes to an afro, I just imagine...
There, now I'm 10 feet taller.
I just imagine someone like going, and then
then pull the cord. Pull! I will survive as long as I know how to love. I'll stay alive. So, and then we're gonna start talking about just our favorite TV shows and get something off our chest while Andy's not here to interrupt us.
We love the Avengers movie. In case
in case you were curious about the last podcast, we really did like it, but couldn't hear past Andy.
Sorry, what? Oh.
I gotta stop saying So for this week,
who's all here again?
This week we have me, Mike, and directly in front of me.
Oh, we're doing this.
Would be LG.
LG, yeah.
And right next to that lad is Ace.
Lad.
Yes.
Prithee.
When I was but a wee lad. There in the glens of Scotland.
Where I dropped my teeth.
So now that Andy's not here with it, we're going to be really less structured. I'm going to be more laid back. So we're going to start out with our comic reviews for the week, and we're just going to throw LG into the bus for this one.
Oh, thank you.
So,
you could at least honk the horn just to give me a fair warning.
Yeah, honk, honk.
Ching, 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 ching.
Okay, well... Surprise, surprise, LG has read a comic again. This is the second time in a row.
Another heart attack for Ace.
How many podcasts have we done where I haven't read a comic at all?
Many, many.
Okay,
yes.
But anyways, this one I read Detective Comics number 9, right?
I believe it was, yes, number 9.
With the Night of the Owls edition in it.
Oh, Andy, you're going to hate us.
Since Andy's not here, someone has to cover Batman.
I'll be covering the regular Batman title, but I'll be helping him with his detective.
Elementary, my dear Watson.
Yes!
Not gonna touch that one. Nope.
No, you're not.
I'm even crawling out of the sewer that my mind is usually in. So, no.
If it were not for the gutter, my mind would have no home.
Hey, even the teenage
Look, there's
Ninja
4 baby turtles in the sewer with me.
Oh, baby turtles.
Okay, but anyways, in Detective Comics, we start off with apparently Arkham Asylum. The island is on total lockdown.
Yes.
We got Dr. Arkham, which I didn't know was a character.
Well, that's where
begin with.
Arkham Asylum actually gets its name.
I always known
the founding family of the asylum.
Okay. Well, he's just doing a little, by the rounds. As my
and another fourth heard from.
Okay. Okay, anyways,
Kerfuffle
we got Dr. Arkham doing the rounds, and he's surrounded by a lot of security personnel. And they're saying, Doctor, shouldn't we be leaving? It's like, why should we leave? We are in an impenetrable structure.
Nothing can touch us here.
And then, like I say, he's going the rounds. We see old familiar faces like, what was it, Steel Jacket, Clayface, that one chick who got genetic. I don't know, who got genetically altered by the Penguin and Scarecrow.
Yeah, they cover a lot. Pengcrow.
But in these rounds, the most interesting character would have to be Roman Sionis,
Sionis, I believe it is.
a.k.a. Black Mask. Black Mask is just pleading with Dr. Arkham, saying, I'm cured. I'm well now. I can be let out into a free society.
But I need someone else with me.
Yeah.
My other half.
I need my partner. Dr. Arkham is going, yeah, I had to take care of your partner. Yeah, I had to drive him somewhere else. And believe me, the trip was not enjoyable.
And that creepy doctor voice. By the way.
And then all of a sudden, you got one of the Talons sneaking up on Dr. Arkham. But in like I don't know how often he shows it, but in a rare form of badassery, Dr. Arkham turns around, hits him in the chest with a stun gun or some kind of taser, and
proceeds to bolt for it.
Yeah, but the Talons are hot on his heels, saying, that's not gonna work. And then one of my favorite scenes afterwards, Batman comes crashing in, and his first line is, "Run like hell, Dr. Arkham."
Just run.
From then on, Batman is fighting with the Talons, and while Dr. Arkham is just running for it. And as this whole confrontation ensues, it turns out to be a little out of hand, and Dr. Arkham feels that we need a little help. So what does he do? He goes back to Roman and gives him back his old partner, or in other words, the Mask, and he becomes Black Mask again.
With his telekinesis or psychic altering abilities.
Whatever he does.
Weak-minded people are at his beck and call.
And then, to further counteract the Talon invasion, Dr. Arkham has a brilliant idea of, setting free all the inmates.
Yeah.
Which it actually works. While Batman is about to get his throat crushed, a door slides open and out pops Clayface, going, I'm gonna beat up all you little punks. And then from then on, it's just pretty much Nut House gone even more nuts.
Yeah, and how it ends is he finally gets Arkham into the Batmobile and whisks him away to safety.
That's a big place to fit in a Batmobile.
Yeah. We're talking Dr. Arkham, sir.
I'm just...
He can fit in the trunk.
And, one of my favorite moments is he's calling up Alfred and he's saying basically, all right, he's talking to Nightwing. He's like, I've got Arkham, it's good. And Arkham had been knocked out previously. He starts waking up. He's like, where am I? He just turns around and just Cole cocks him again. And so he's like, I got him. He's all good. They drive off, and he's safe, and he's now green-listed. Is what they'll call it. I believe they call it because he's one of the people they were trying to assassinate. That's why the Talons were after him.
Yeah, sorry. To explain that, the Talons are pretty much mad at him for his work with...
We're going to assassinate
with
him?
his working for criminals.
Yes.
Damn it, Ace. So...
Sorry, somebody has to fill in for...
So during this whole thing, they chased him and said... you can either make this quick or prolong it even more, by which you will suffer if you prolong it. That was the one part before he started getting chased.
Before he started running like a little girl. Taser man, away!
But anyways, that was
the
Detective
Wienermobile.
Comics number 9.
So,
do we want to give the rating?
Yeah, go ahead and give your rating. What do you think?
I would say all in all it was an interesting chapter. I can't wait to see more Night of the Owl stuff. I'd say, just without being too overzealous, I would give it a 3.5.
3.5? Yeah.
Bolts, batarangs, whatever we're using.
Bolts, batarangs.
I'll give it 3.5
mothers.
Black Mass. By
Where
the
does
way,
half
happy
mask
Mother's
come
Day.
from?
Look, I'm Two-Face. You don't
All
find
right.
that funny, Dent?
For that one, Ace, what did you read?
Well, I go into more current. It's been out for a little while now since we did our Avengers show last night, but I read round 3 of Avengers vs. X-Men, and which just proves to me that Cyclops is a freaking douche. Because, all the battles ensued, and the X-Men goes, okay, we're all standing outside, we're just going to give up, and they're going, what? They just give up? Wolverine's going, that doesn't sound right.
That's
and
not
then
Summers.
Doctor Strange returns from the mystic portal that he went through to follow Magic into the Hell Realm or wherever, where she has all demons, and she's knocked out. And it's like, oh, is she okay? Yeah, she's fine. She's just knocked out from the battle. And then Cyclops goes, Emma, you got our signal? Poof, they're all gone. Magic had disguised herself as Doctor Strange and had beaten the crap out of him in the Nether Realm. And Wolverine's going, you should have let me frag him when I had the chance. And he's just having this long discussion with Captain America on it, and he takes the shield and cold cocks Wolverine. It's like, okay, he's like the wild card. He wants to kill Hope and solve everything with the Phoenix Force coming, but they don't want him. No, don't. We got to handle this the right way. Yeah, sure. Half of the Avengers are in space waiting for the Phoenix Force to come at them, and
Seems like a wise move.
so when Wolverine finally comes to, he's like,
marshmallows in
I'm going to
space.
handle things my way. So it's like they've turned the wild card into, I'm just going to go and frag everybody, and whoever has the most team players wins. I'm on that side.
So technically, he's just still a wild card, but a psychotic
Yeah,
one.
but he's
a
getting
very angry
he's getting
one.
pushed to the point where he's just going to go, I don't care what kind of shield you have. I'm ripping your government ass apart.
The more bodies standing on a team wins.
Yeah,
Team
basically. And let's see, how
Sorry,
did that
whoever
one
has the
end?
most bodies.
Do half bodies count?
Exactly, and during the fight, he's like beating the crap out of Wolverine, slamming him here, and it's like, okay, he tells Sharon now. He opens the back door to the Avengers Quinjet, and Wolverine gets kicked out by Giant Man and sent to plummeting to his doom.
It's Wolverine. He's not going to be doomed.
And then it's like, take us to this, take us to the Savage Land where we know the mutants are going to.
Some assembly required.
And Wolverine's getting us, it's like, stupid freak at a blind old-fashioned fool. All right then, guess it's all up to me. So he's going to be like, screw you guys. You kick me out of the jet, I'm kicking some ass.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And that was it for X-Men vs. Avengers number 3.
What's your rating, good sir? Avengers, some
yeah.
assembly required.
It was more talk than action than part 2, so I would have to give it maybe 2 and 5 damaged shields.
Vibranium.
Just because I would have to side with Wolverine more, because he's more kick-ass than the government tool known as Captain America.
I would say 2 Giant Man kicks.
Oh!
Out of a plane.
So you're at a 2.5 on that one?
Yeah, 2.5.
Midway.
Midway. It's there was not a lot of action except for like Wolverine and
Because-
Captain America button heads.
Now, I remember when the arc finishes, when I will ask you what your entire thought is.
Entire thought, got
yeah,
it.
as well. So it could be revived in the last one,
Yeah,
or it could be completely killed.
Exactly.
So, Ace, I do see that you have another comment there in front of you.
Father Time's fingerprints are on it.
Yes. Go back.
Ladies and gentlemen, pull from way back then.
We're gonna set the Wayback Machine up to 10,000 gigawatts, Marty. And I'm gonna go to a flash from the past. A kid came in with some comic books, and one caught my eye, so I paid the kid $5 for
Then I
Amazing
cleared-
Spider-Man.
then you cleaned
number
your eye out again.
130. which
130.
has Hammerhead on the cover with Jackal in the background, and it's the first appearance of the infamous Spider-Mobile that we have talked about.
Wow.
The stupidest idea next to the Superjet, which they gave Superman.
I like that it has his face on the hubcaps.
Yeah.
Or the rims, whatever.
Oh, wait.
Conceded.
There's more! Apparently, like, Doc Ock and Hammerhead have been colliding heads back and forth. Who's going to rule the gangland?
You would think
And
Hammerhead would win.
behind the scenes, the Jackal has been pulling their strings, so he's basically setting them up to take each other out. So he rules the underworld. Was that a...
No.
Now we flash over to Spider-Man and the Torch working on the Spider-Mobile. Oh my God!
Vroom, vroom,
And
beep, beep,
it-
bad idea.
What is the point of this?
it's a trussed-up dune buggy, and
We
it
found
has,
this in a junkyard.
It
I
has
wanted to do
guns
this all day.
that
Hanna-Barbera.
fire his webbing for him, and it also
Wow.
fires the now infamously known that on his belt, but on the trunk of his car, the spider signal, striking fear in the hearts of criminals everywhere. Booyah!
Thank you, Batman.
Batman swings insane. Copyright.
And so Spider-Man, we got to take this out for a test run. So Spider-Man gets behind the wheel, and he's just driving all over the place, not obeying traffic laws. And the Torch is going, "Wait a minute! I thought you knew how to drive." "Well, I used to drive this motorcycle I once owned." It's like, "You don't have a license? Hey, I live in New York. Who needs to drive in Manhattan?" So he's just pull over. The Torch says, "Because I don't want to be part of vehicular homicide."
Yeah.
So there's like some ulterior motive.
Okay,
and,
you got Spider-Man and the Torch in a vehicle.
Well, no, just Spider-Man.
Oh,
The Torch
okay.
is flying next to him, going, "Wait, you don't know how to freaking drive. Pull over, damn it!"
So at least the Torch is, making use of his abilities.
And the Hammerhead shows up, knocks out Spider-Man because he's been quote unquote practicing. So he thinks Spider-Man thinks he has a couple extra minutes on me when he doesn't, because I can move faster than he can now. And Spider-Man gets knocked out into bunch of trash cans, and Hammerhead departs. And the police come along, and they're like, "What the heck is this thing?" "I don't know." But it's like, hey, so he sprays the cops with webbing. "You can't take this to the dump. I don't have rent money to pay then." But he takes and puts it away, and he clicks a button, and it looks like an Edsel. That's their camouflage mode of the Spider-Mobile. And it ends up where
Here's what an Etzel is.
it's on those really old cars that
It's a
only
jalopy.
Few of them made, and they weren't that popular. Kind of like the
no one wants
DeLorean.
Okay,
No one
your-
wants to touch it.
So the scene changes to
Talking
a
sucks
Christmas party that's going on at Betty Brant's place, and everybody's there. Jonah's Christmas bonus to Peter is at one of his cigars, and after the battle ensued, before Spider-Man found a note with Aunt May's name on it. He checks it out, and oh my God, that's what they're after. He goes and finds, because Aunt May is living with Dr. Octopus in Westchester for some god unknown reason. He gets there and he hears voices. Oh, one of them's Aunt May. He looks in, and it's leading up to the next issue where Doc Ock is trying to marry Aunt May. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh crap!
Yeah.
I now pronounce you supervillain and wife.
An old octogenarian, are we surprised you're still alive? Aunt May, hi.
You may kiss her and,
And I
use
would
your arms
just for the sheer hee-haw hell of it.
hee-haw hell of it. Just for the sheer hee-haw hell of it. Yeehaw!
Just for the humor between Spider-Man and Torch, I would give it 4 out of 5 Spider-Mobile tread marks in the snow.
Damn.
Marks in the snow. That's pretty specific.
Yes.
Tread marks in the snow.
Well, like I said, there was a Christmas party. It's wintertime apparently when this issue came out. So
Bumpity bump bump.
Bum, bum, bum.
Okay then.
All right,
that was octogenarian corner.
Centurion man away.
Century man. Wait, let me get my teeth. Okay.
Would Century Man be the first one to say, "I'm getting too old for this"?
Exactly.
Okay then.
Up and Geritol.
Gosh. Someone snuck Metamucil in here.
Sorry, it was the early bird
I smell
special.
it. Someone snuck Ben-Gain here.
No, it's Metamucil. Take a hit, pass it down.
He wards off his villains with the power of Bengay.
Ooh. All right, so I guess it's left on me before Ace decides to fly off to Century Manville.
Mike, the ship is sinking.
No. This week I read Batman #9, and I must say, yeah.
There's Andy.
Look at me, I'm Andy. No, no, it was quite a good chapter. It takes place before Detective goes on, and basically it's him fighting off the Talons while Alfred is in the armory, relaying the messages to everyone, and Batman's going through these moments because his armor is starting to crack, and he's really not going to last. And Alfred's also trying to dip the...
Anyways, is that how strong the Talons are that they...
Well, yeah, they don't have anything holding them back because they're already dead, basically. They don't feel pain. They obviously... Well, they really just have nothing stopping them from being able to rip off this armor. It's taken them a while, though. It's not an easy task. Well, Alfred is trying to...
hand me the screwdriver.
Yeah. You'll never notice.
I have a blowtorch.
Yeah. But what they're... and Alfred's trying to dip the temperature of the Batcave, so... Because they can't move when it's cold.
Okay.
So that's their biggest weakness. And
go to Russia, Batman. You'll win.
Yeah, exactly. Win hands down. So as they're ripping this armor apart, he's going through this the history of when the first Waynes actually bought the land, and it took them 2 years to move into the mansion that they had because apparently the caves under the mansion were infested with bats. So they bought a bunch of owls and unleashed them in the cave.
Ooh. And
basically the bat population dropped off and they moved in. And this is all relating to him being taken down and like all the owls. And he's like, and he remembers that the weird thing is, under Wayne Manor now, is just because all these owls had taken him out, the owls finally left, went off to
the owl cave.
Yes, but when they left, the bats came back.
Yep.
And it's just one of the best quotes because he gets out there and the Talons are starting to, and these bats just come pouring out of the cave underneath and start just messing everything up for the Talons. They can't see, they can't do anything, and he's like, and the bats came back with a vengeance. And he comes up just beating the crap out of the Talons. It's actually quite a very inspiring kind of chapter. And what it all ends up with is they take down the Talons, and he's off to go save Arkham. But they cover someone else. No, first he goes to save one of his friends. I can't even remember the guy's name, but he's trying to get in there to save him in time. By the time he gets in there, the guy's already been stabbed. Ew. But you see Batman come busting through the door, and the guy takes a shot at something, and first you think it's him taking a shot at Batman. Well, the Talon was behind the door, and it was an armor-piercing round. Apparently that's enough to take down the Talon.
And there it went.
Down the Talon goes. And woo. But this guy says, like, Bruce Wayne, right? Talking to Batman, and Batman's like, of course I know Bruce Wayne. What do you want me to tell him? He's like, tell him that, they're coming after him, that he's got to do this. He's like, of course, man, of course. And the guy ends up...
Well, you're welcome. Thanks for telling... Oh.
Thanks for telling me. I mean Bruce. I'll let him know. And so he goes off to save Arkham. And that's how the issue ends, but it'll obviously come back after the Arkham thing for number 10 to finish it off, but I'll definitely say that this one, for me, just that moment where he says the bats came back with a vengeance.
Oh, yeah.
And turns around and just starts wailing the Talons outside the armored suit, because this is by the point that they had ripped it off almost entirely. And I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
4 out of 5.
Batman fighting in his BVD.
Busted armor suits. 4 out of 5. Very much worth it. And I did cover another title, which was Detective, which was more what happened with Robin. And Robin has to go save this sergeant or lieutenant, I can't remember what he is. And long story short, he gets to go just no holds barred on a Talon. Where
Isn't the Talon, because I remember on the cover page, it shows a gigantic Talon, but I guess that's in terms of Robin being small.
in his perspective, it's really huge. But
Yeah.
he's the regular size of a man.
Man, he's big.
Yeah, wowie. No,
Golly gee willikers, Batman,
But
I don't know
this-
if I can handle him.
this Talon actually took this mission because the guy that he was assigned to kill was part of during his regular life back in the day was one of his missions to kill this blood descendant of this last guy. It was this very large, complicated story where this guy was supposed to spy on the Brits back in the colonial times and all that. And if he was killed during the mission, his family would get this plot of land and be taken care of because he wouldn't be there. So the Talon himself goes in there, after the information is given to proper spies. He goes and kills this guy, so the plot of land becomes open, and then all they have to do is kill the rest of the family and get the land off of it, so the Court of Owls can get that huge plot. So, but he's supposed to have killed everyone the same night, but the youngest kid survived. He didn't know about it, and he grew up as this blood, this blood relation to it. He goes in this other name, I believe it was Burroughs or whatnot, and this general or lieutenant, I can't remember what his rank is to save my life, but
Well, what are the ranks within the Talon?
well, it's not. They're just Talons. They're just assassins. But I'm talking about this other guy that they're targeting to kill, and he's the last blood relation in this one thing. So if he kills him, that plot becomes open by legal right. So he's going to go for it. Well, right before he's going for the killing blow, the grappling hook comes through the back of his head, shoots through the eye socket, comes out and pulls him up.
What is with the Bat family and freaking aiming for the eyes?
Well,
An eye for an eye.
Well, this is
Boom!
if you know who this Robin is, it's actually Bruce Wayne's son.
It's
Somebody he didn't have
Damian,
to
I think it
adopt.
is, or
Yeah,
whatnot.
Damian Wayne.
Yeah, and the thing is, Damien starts trying to pull the Talon back, and his head starts to turn the entire way around like an owl.
Wow.
And he's like, "Whoa! Why haven't you died?" And he gets up there. He
I'm
basically
already
hangs
dead.
the guy. He climbs this tree, comes down, and levers him up, ties him up in the tree. So he's hanging by this eye socket of his. And this guy's like, "I will succeed in my mission." He's like, "Right," and he cuts his head off, so the body falls and just leaves the head in there. You're like, "Oh, oh!" And
hey kid, heads up.
so he goes and grabs the lieutenant, and they walk off. And then it's like,
I know. I was trying not to go
yeah,
there.
exactly. And off he goes, which I thought was a really, really badass way to end it.
I guess you got ahead of me.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
don't get ahead of yourself. Now.
heads
I'm
are
gonna give it 3.
No heads will hang.
I'm gonna give it 3 hung heads out of 5 because yes, it was a great story. Damien
hang low.
is still one of those characters. I'm like, you are just a little prick.
Could someone give me like a little insight into Damien's bio?
Damian Wayne, son of Batman. Well, bastard son of Batman.
Isn't he like
the son of
Talia
Al
Ghul
Ghul? Yes.
as well?
Oh,
So
Ra's al
they
Ghul's daughter.
hooked up, had a bat baby, and off they went.
then why'd he turn him into Robin?
Well,
Because he has a nice
Yeah, I
feather
know.
cape now.
He's combat trained like none other. He's basically he's like the instant noodle of Robin. You know? Here you go. Here, you have all the training. Now you just need the morals. Pop.
Was he trained under his mother
Yes.
first and then
so
sent to Bruce Wayne?
he's killed many times in the past, but now he's Robin. Basically, Batman's like, I'm
So
going to raise
he's
you the
worked
right way.
with, what's Ra's al Ghul's society again? His organization, the League of Shadows, or
I think so.
is that what they were
Andy?
called?
Oh wait.
Oh wait, where's Andy?
Yeah, I would like to say I wish Andy were here, but never mind.
We don't need it. Not right now. Yeah.
He'll complain to us in the next podcast.
Oh, we'll hear the end of it.
We're about to get about 12 batarangs on the back each, I think.
12 out of 15 batarangs.
People, enjoy this Andy free moment while it lasts.
Brought to you by Rope.
From the makers of Chloroform.
Oh. All right, so the entire minute slot is going to be gone from this one.
Okay, then.
Oh,
He farts, so I move the table. It sounds like a...
we're smuggling geese. Don't worry about it. All right, so we're going to move on to another subject now. We usually do LG's Anime Corner after this,
But
we're more going to focus on just television shows that recent past. We've done the subject before, but it was more of your favorites, or like our favorites anyway.
Yeah.
And what we want to do is just emphasize on other shows that have just come out or ones that really need to get more attention. Just what you want to talk about, because without Andy here, we can enjoy it. We'll start out. I will give it to Ace on this one, since he's apparently a pretty good knowledge on TV shows.
Yeah, I try to be.
And so I'm going to warn you right now, this is basically a very open-ended subject, and there's really not going to be anything that really ropes it in until the very end.
So in other words, the saga continues.
Yes, this is basically our opinions, and you can agree with them or not.
Hold on. There might be spoilers, just to warn you.
Yes, spoilers.
Get that out of the way. Sorry.
Well, this morning I was on Facebook, and my sister had sent me an article of the most current canceled shows before the fall lineup. And half of them I didn't give a rat's patoot about, but considering one of the shows I do watch, The Secret Circle, on Thursday nights, had their season finale, and then on that list was The Secret Circle, getting canceled after one season. And it's another one of the shows where they leave in a cliffhanger and then decide to cancel it. In the storyline, the Witch's Circle was broken by the main character's father back from the dead, supposedly.
Oh boy, one of those storylines again.
He took the family crystals, had them do spells on him, thrown him to form this huge crystal skull, which he then proceeded to put dark energy into.
He got 6 other crystal skulls, put them together, summoned the Eternal Dragon.
Basically, he put dark energy, and it's like, well, what's your, you're not here to help us. No, I'm here to kill all the witches, anyone that's not of my bloodline.
And when they went missing, we called Indiana Jones.
And then because when they made the circle, that means they cannot use solo magic. But since the circle is broken up, they can use their solo magic. And 2 of the girls go off. It's like, now we're gonna have fun and do what we want. It's like summon hot guys and party it up. One of them, who was discovered to be the main witch Cassie's sister, says, I felt the dark energy. I don't want it. I want out. And she's leaving with another guy to somewhere else. So they give it to the most trustworthy member of the group, who at the end of it, this is the cliffhanger, and if you haven't seen it, this is the spoiler. He's got the crystal skull it sells the dark energy. He's holding the crystal skull, and he's getting this look on his face. I feel the dark energy. I want the dark energy. So at the end of the episode, they kill off Cassie's father, John Blackwell, and the other guy was yes, he's going to be the next Dark Wizard. Then I find out they're canceling it. Why?
I will be the next enemy. Cancelled.
They did bring in one actor who was playing a witch/witch hunter. I can't remember the actor's name. His character name was Jake, but he's the new Flash Thompson in the Amazing Spider-Man films, so more power to him.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
And the other beef I have, there's rumors floating around now that one of the popular series on Disney XD, Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, is threatening to be canceled in favor of Ultimate Avengers, like Ultimate Spider-Man, to wrangle in more kids and sell more toys.
That sounds
If you're out
horrible.
there, you hear this, stop it from happening. It is one of the best shows on.
Sorry, since when did Ultimate become the whole hook, line of seekers?
I don't know, but
Justice League Unlimited.
You would think after the huge success of the Avengers movie, they'd want to keep it on for another couple of seasons.
Well, I think they will. I mean, seriously.
This is just rumors right now, but just be warned. There's petitions out there that people have put online to get it to, go, hey, Jeff Loeb, stop killing off good Marvel series, you jackass.
True. Quite true.
Yeah, I mean, look what happened to Spectacular Spider-Man and, Secret Circle. And all. It's like, hey, these are good shows. Do we really need to see more of Jersey Shore? No.
Wolverine the X-Men.
Yeah, okay.
I actually liked that show. I thought that was
it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
So
that's my tirade on shows that are being canceled.
Yeah, things being canceled and all that. Any other animated series that you saw that was supposed to be canceled that might not have?
Not
Caught
off,
your
not,
eye,
off,
but-
not off the top of my end. I just don't like the way Cartoon Network changed around the time of the new
Top of my
Thundercats show, because that was actually better than the original
Yeah,
Thundercats.
they've been doing a really good
and
job.
now it's like it's on times when I'm at work, so I can't see it, and they
We
don't
need to get you a
repeat it that
DVR.
often. And I mean, there's more species in the realm of Thundercats. You've got these like Buddhist elephants, and elephants are not supposed to. An elephant never forgets. But when they're
not on the fly.
yes, but when they're talking with the elephants, they go, "So how may we help you?" Yeah, we're seeking the Book of Omens. I'm sorry, what was your question again? They don't remember squat, But the best point about it is that Snarf is not a whiny old bastard. They took a Pikachu, turned it into Snarf, and he just snarf. That's it. He's cute and adorable.
That's cool. He's not whining every day.
Exactly.
I don't know. I enjoyed the old Thundercats.
Thundercats, ho!
What's the weather report today, Lionel?
Thunder! Thundercats!
Okay, well, I grew up with the old Thundercats.
Sight
I
beyond
will
sight.
give you this, though. There were times I wish Snarf was dead.
Snarf, stab. Thank you.
Oh my
I
god,
think the best
Mumra
way
killed
The
Snarf!
best way they did it was on Robot Chicken. Damn, Robert Burrow. He's walking behind the Chinese restaurant, and they grab him and take him inside. It's like, yes, we never hear from Snarf again. Nobody's seen Snarf for a while.
Same thing they did with, what's it,
Judy Jetson.
Judy Jetson, and I think they did it with
Dad's dead.
one of
Nobody
the
loves
G.I.
me.
Joes.
Snowball.
No, not Snowball. It was
Snowdrift
the sailor dude.
Oh yeah, Shipwreck.
Oh,
yeah.
Nobody knows what happened to Shipwreck. And he's gone.
I just remember they kept playing a trick on Snow Job. Or whatever.
We're totally going there. Liars.
We were being
Tell you what,
attacked.
Snow Job, when we go to the Antarctic,
We're
you're right
being-
there.
We're being attacked by Yeti. Don't you mean Yetis? Yetis. It's all the same.
What's
I gotta save them from Yeti or Yetis or whatever the plural is.
Yeti.
The Yeti.
Well, you're a Yeti warrior.
This is how we get derailed.
I don't care. We're having fun.
Thousands of lives are lost.
So we'll try and rope this back in here before it gets too far out of the herd. What about you, man? What LG? Man, what's up, man? What about you, LG?
First off, hang 10, bro.
Yeah, at the mala rocking the island.
As you know, with LG, I'm mostly enjoying the animated stuff.
Big-eyed anime chicks with inflatable breasts. There you go.
But anyways, I recently
Queensblade,
watched
go.
the new episode of Legend of Korra. I have to say, that was one of the best action-packed episodes they had in it.
To date.
And when you finally get to see Top's daughter, Lin Beifong, or Chief Lin Beifong,
Chief.
actually, show why she is chief.
Not like that.
Why?
the way she fights and the way she really cleans house shows that she is Top's daughter.
Yeah, okay, because she's the leader of the group of metal benders.
Yep,
in
the
this.
police force in Republic City.
If you've watched the first series, you know what metal bending is. It's basically the ultimate in earth bending.
Yeah, which was created by Toph. She was the first one to do it out of pure desperation. She gets locked in a metal cage. She's trying to figure her way out using her, echolocation.
Yeah, because she is blind.
Her seeing through earthbending. She knocks around the cage, feeling the vibration, and through the vibration, she can feel the little specks of earth that are still within the metal.
Yeah, the mental control, and
So pretty much she
ends
that's
up
how she creates it, out of
ends up-
desperation to get free.
she ends up bending the cage and getting out of there. Well, in the future, she's turned it into a very learnable art, and now you've got an entire task force that's experienced with it. And they're all armored task force, and that's something that we should really emphasize on.
Yes, and the way they
why is my
really use
armor
their
tighter?
metal bending is that they have these, of course, metal wires that they shoot out at anyone. Imagine like the Dai Li, how they had their stone gloves, and they use that to capture enemies. Yeah, times that by 2, and you get the metal, the police force in Republic City.
Now, I'm actually curious if Mark Hamill's going to come back for another voice.
Which voice did he do again?
The Fire Lord.
Really now?
Yeah.
Huh.
So this might be something of interest to Ace here, is that Hamill popped in to play the big bad guy for the first series. I'm curious if he's actually going to pop in and give a voice to it or anything like that.
Well, since the Spider-Man series in '97 is over with, and he doesn't do the Joker anymore, he's got a lot of free time.
Well, yeah, and he did an awesome job.
Oh, yeah. Mark
if
Hamill,
you look up
surprising
like,
a lot for Luke Skywalker, does have a lot of vocal talent.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
He was one of the last things I heard him do besides Arkham City was an episode of Boondocks, where his character was a drug dealer, and the grandfather goes up to his door and he goes, "It's like, man, I need something." It's like, dude, I've got something for you. This is gonna make you fly. It's called Luke Skywalker. And then the next scene, the kids are looking at, it's like, "Granddad, you okay?" And he's just like hovering in midair. Yeah, I'm fine. What's wrong, boys?
But anyways, back to Legend of Korra. The one thing that I enjoyed about this episode is you learn a little more insight about the characters. You find out that Chief Lin Beifong had actually dated Tenzin at one point. A child of Toph dating a child of Aang. Air and Earth trying to
work and use it, not so much.
I can bend dust.
Achoo!
And the way Tenzin goes off is like, well, we started drifting apart, and they're like, wait a minute, why am I talking to you?
He even starts to do that whole, like, off into the distance, looking, he's like, we started drifting apart, and wait! He breaks I think they even faded a little bit to, like, the past stuff, and he goes, like, why am I even telling you this?
The one thing I liked is when he called Korra, when Korra finally, gets him to spill it. He's like, wait a minute, you and her were a couple. Tenzin's like, how did you know about that? Your wife gave me a little insight.
I'll have to talk to that woman.
I'll have to talk to Tenma. Yeah.
Oh, man. It's only 6 episodes into the series, and I'm absolutely in love with it. I love it even almost to the point where even more I like than Avatar.
Well, it's definitely earning its keep with the Avatar name. So
because in this episode they also come up and they show off Amon again.
Oh yeah,
and the pro bending match.
I'm off again. I'm on again.
Yeah, I'm on. I'm off. No, and what
there was a joke about that.
Yeah, there was a lot of them actually.
You want to know why I showed up here at 7:30?
I'm on.
I set my alarm clock so I can be on time, so I can say I'm on time or something. I don't know.
Oh God, no!
It's 7:00. I'm off.
Well, okay. If you're keeping up with Legend of Korra, they have a pro bending match against the defending champion, the Wolfbats,
which was one of the most
ridiculous
intros for them whatsoever. I liked Pabu and
apparently they're allowed to put on like a little spectacle for their entrance. Bolin with his pet Pabu. Pabu does like a little trick, and it's like, yeah, we're the Fire Ferrets. Then all of a sudden, the stadium goes dark. Fireworks are going off. Pyrotechnics. You see the other team come out. They're actually dressed as wolf bats. They have the headgear, the wings.
Yeah, and everything.
Andy would have been proud.
Yeah. Too bad he couldn't join us tonight.
The words out of my mouth.
No, and during this entire I always say pro wrestling, but it's pro bending match.
Yes.
The ref has obviously been pulled off because these guys are pulling cheap shot after cheap shot. They're bending. They're doing additional ice bending with it, which is illegal in a pro bending match.
The one thing though is that the one thing I enjoyed a little more was despite Korra being her usual tough self, well, let's do it right back. You got Mako being the one to control Korra's like, no, just because they're fighting unfair, we're going to do this fair and square.
Because the ref would call them on it.
And this even brought back another thing that I liked. It was a comment made by Chief. It's like, how did your sweet... It's like, how did your fun-loving father... Or actually, how did your gentle father get reincarnated into that girl?
Yeah, because they have this this tiebreaker where it's they choose an element, and from each team they take that element and they face off against each other. Well, Korra, the tiebreaker, Korra's like, I'm doing this because the lead, she hates the head of this team.
Tano. His name was Tano.
Yes, and he's the other waterbender, and she pulls off one of the best maneuvers out there because it's literally a 3-move kill. It's 3 moves total, 2 from her, 1 from him.
Yeah.
And she goes for a fake out, tries to punch, water goes flying past his head. He's like, he dodges it, gives a suave look like, I've done it. And he comes up for his move, and then you just see this jet of water smack him in the face, blow his helmet off, and just knock him off the platform in one single shot. Because she basically kicked up the water from below, and his I should say 2.5 move, because he went for it. His water comes up and doesn't even get close to her and falls off, down.
If anything, though,
I
would call that a hydro uppercut or something.
Yeah, well, it was a kick.
Yeah,
and
well, the way the water hit him.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Hydro kick moving over 99.
Yeah. I had to watch it a couple times because I was the guy is so smug. It's great to see him take a hit in the face. But long story short, Korra's team ends up losing.
Yes,
because of it.
However.
That's when all the stuff breaks loose.
As the wolf bats are celebrating, a signal is given, and all of a sudden you see these random audience members put on the mask of the Equalist.
The reason we have to actually explain why. Because with Amon put this big old radio message out saying if you don't cancel the pro bending finals, then we're going to do something really, really bad.
Yeah, we did get ahead of ourselves. He puts out the warning. And then Korra, Korra goes to the council because the council are actually taking the warning seriously. He's like, no, we have to fight. We have to do the pro bending match. If I really had to sum it up, it was basically the first time you ever see Korra and Lin Beifong get along or help each other out. and like the first time.
Yeah, it's where they realize that they're very similar to each other.
We have the wolf bats. They're trying to celebrate, and then during this celebration, a bunch of the audience members start donning the mask of the Equalists, and using some very sophisticated technology, start shocking people to knock them out.
Taser gauntlets, yay!
I mean, one even manages to knock out Lin, the police chief.
The one that manages to knock out Lin gets a whole face full of wind from Tenzin, who he gets ambushed from behind and gets knocked out too.
Yeah. All of these random audience members just start putting on the gloves. My favorite, the announcer. It's like, ladies and gentlemen, a masked man has stepped into... It's not Amon, but it's one of the Equalists. A masked man has stepped into my booth. He's looking at me. He's raising a glove, which I assume is powered by electricity. He's about to use it on me. Yes, the look on his face is saying he's going to use it on me. I am wetting my pants as we speak. And then he gets shocked and knocked out.
And then down he goes.
The announcer is by far one of my favorite secondary characters now.
I love the segue into another episode where Bolin ends up puking, and he's like, he lost his noodles, which reminds me, our sponsor, Instant Noodles, best noodles in Republic City. He's actually quite a funny character.
Yeah, from Cabbage Industries, bringing you the latest in technology.
Yes, and they bring that joke back from Cabbage, because in the first series, the cabbage seller would always get his stand ruined.
And you hear the trademark scream,
"Oh, no,
my cabbages!"
No, and so further into it, said
all hell breaks loose.
Which basically they play right into Amon's hand because
I'm always Amon.
Yeah. Chief Beifong says because Amon has chi blockers with him, that people that strike certain points on your body, pressure points, and
basically
you can't
think
bend in
Ty
for
Lee
a while.
from the original Avatar. They are skilled in her technique.
Yeah, and she's like, well, the metal benders, we wear this armor, we're immune to those hits. Well, they're expecting to get attacked by them. When they're wearing this armor, they play right into Amon's hands, where they shock them, and it conducts electricity, and they're knocked out. It's just Amon saw this coming, and so Amon makes his way onto the center platform in front of everyone who's there, and gives his little speech. After promptly walking up
to the Wolfbacks.
Yeah, the
Tano
leader,
first.
Yeah,
sorry.
Tano very first, and Tano starts to beg and plead, saying, "Don't take away my bending. I'll give you anything. I'll give you the prize pot, whatever." And he just hits him in the pressure point, takes away the bending, and then they proceed to take the bending from the other two,
and then throw him overboard
and
into
drop
the
him
water.
off the side. So. And then Amon turns around and gives this huge speech, basically saying, with technology, we can stand as equals to the actual benders now. That don't celebrate them; they're an abomination. They're not born naturally like us. Well, technically they are, but it's just he's just really playing up this group. And finally, his blimp comes up, busts a hole in the ceiling of the actual arena. The ropes come down, and they start getting up there. Well.
As they're going up, a bomb sets off, destroying the platform that the pro benders fight on. And underneath that, after the match, when Amon starts this all, he shocks Korra and her team,
because they ended
tie
up in the
them
water.
up, but they get saved by Pabu,
Yes,
who's instantly now my favorite animal in the show.
Pabu.
What are you telling him? Telling him chew the rope.
And it actually works.
And Korra.
Korra goes to try and get up at
Not now,
Amon.
At Amon.
Yeah, at Amon. At Amon.
And this, I'm sorry.
Adamon!
Digivolve too. And she tries to do this water spiral up there, and it's falling short. Then you see this crowning moment from Chief Beifong.
Yes, that's what I want to say.
Yeah, I'll leave this part up to LG.
Okay, well, with an assist from Chief Beifong, she gives Korra a boost, pretty much with a whiplash effect, sends her flying into Amon's blimp. She gets in there, and once she's in the blimp, she just starts firebending everyone out of the way.
Yes.
But apparently the battle escalates to where she's knocked off, and it's now up to her and Chief Beifong fighting off against these chi blockers. And it's just this one epic fight on the roof.
It's a glass roof, we might add.
Yeah, glass roof. They hold their own, and at some point Chief Beifong finds an opening to where no one's in my way, I'm going to take down Amon once and for all. And while she's trying to do that, Korra gets into a little trouble when the glass she's fighting on breaks under her and she starts falling.
Gotta get him on.
Gotta
get him on.
Okay, then.
Gotta catch him on.
And then it comes to a point where Chief is like, get him on, save Korra. Get him on, save Korra. She decides, save Korra. Leaps from the balloon or the blimp or whatever, and dives in, grabs Korra with one of her metal cords, latches onto a flag, and then saves her. And then afterwards, we see Amon get away, and...
Damn you, Steve Bloom! Voiced by Steve Bloom, yay!
Steve Bloom is awesome.
Yes.
And then the episode ends with Tenzin Ghost. Republic City is now at war.
Dun dun dun. We
We
must stop the Jedi before they...
Choose your side, benders or non-benders.
Ourselves to the Jedi.
And I'll
enjoy this sandwich.
At last, I'll go to Subway.
And I will eat this sandwich while you destroy them for me.
And I will lose weight like Jared. I would have to, just to get the rating out of the way, I would have to give this episode, I'd say we had everything. We had action. We had a little more backstory to the characters.
And it's a great startup for the war.
Yeah.
It really, and they're not afraid to show basically how brutal some people can be.
Oh yeah, especially the.
Sorry, LJ.
It's evolving more and more for the fan base because the creators of the show understand that it was Avatar was originally 4 kids. I mean, and it evolved with them, like from 10 to 13. And it grew with them per season as it went along. And this one, they realized that most of their audience is 16 and above. And they
Basically, whereas Avatar started off a little more cheerful, we're already in the dark section here.
Yeah, because
Things are dark, more dramatic, more...
the original Avatar was more based off like the Chinese and all
Yeah.
that stuff, and now they're focusing on the Roaring Twenties. I mean,
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, they really are. They've got gangsters. They have
The triads.
You want cigarettes with that
I
coffee and
remember-
donut? Of course I want cigarettes with that
remember
coffee and
hearing-
donut. This is Roaring Twenties. What do you think?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And they really pull that off. It's great. That's what I love about it. Is that they show, and the pro bending stuff is more based off of boxing as opposed to like the kung fu end of things.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just
You really
so
do
cool.
get the Roaring Twenties feel.
Yeah.
You really do get the Roaring Twenties feel. The vehicles they drive, the clothes they wear.
Automobiles.
Automobiles. Even the fact that they
gang.
listen to all their shows on radio.
Yes.
So, wasn't I doing a rating?
Yes,
Yes,
you
you
were.
Okay. 5 out of 5 electric sticks.
I concur.
Or
5 out of 5 Pabus. He doesn't say he's Pabu does not say anything other than the sounds that you expect from a regular animal, but he's
Okay, Ace, we got it. You can do animals too.
yes, he can. Angry cow, no. Happy cow, no.
German cow, Shazoo.
Extremely happy cow. No.
I'm just absolutely horrible.
I'm sorry. I was teasing myself. I had fun.
Okay.
It's so bad.
But I'm fabulous.
Okay. So, Mike, what have you
working.
been watching lately that has
What
been
have
appealing?
I been watching? I've been going through more of an anime phase myself.
Hell yeah.
I went back and rewatched Trigun while I was at it because more recently, there's really not been a lot that's caught my eye. I mean, I started watching Clannad, but Netflix got rid of it before I could do anything with it. So
Well, they have Clannad, the after story.
yeah, the after, which is depressing as hell.
Yes, it is. I only watched one episode and I cried.
Yeah, but back to Trigun. Talking about good things now.
We're talking about Vash, the Stampede.
Yes, Vash the Stampede.
The one worth $2 billion double dollars.
Six.
Oh,
$6 billion double dollars.
I forgot it was a high amount.
Yes, double dollars.
So what is a double dollar? Does that mean like
It's the currency of the current planet they're on. Because for the longest part of the series, they try and make you believe that yes, they're a part of Earth as it is, but you find out that
it's a different planet altogether?
Yeah, it's a colony of humans that got wrecked on this planet.
Entirely
because
different planet altogether.
You get a whole
Yes,
post-apocalyptic
it's an entirely
feel.
different planet, just an entirely different planet.
You get in this. You get a post-apocalyptic
T-Force Go. Oh, sorry,
feel.
wrong one.
Yeah, you get a post-apocalyptic feel to it, but for people that pay more attention to it, you see that there's little quirks or changes that
Yeah, if anything,
automatically
it's-
give it away. That's not Earth.
and if anything, it's really more of, hey, we're back in the Wild West again.
Yeah, you know, gunslingers and all that. But, you have you got Vash the Stampede, who is this peace-loving super weapon kind of. He doesn't want to see anyone killed.
Okay,
He's-
I just gotta comment. I'm really sorry, but if you ever see Trigun, like a cover of it, you see Vash on it. He's wearing red. He has yellow spiky hair. He looks like a badass. When in the anime, he is a complete goof.
He is a goofball. He has very few moments where he actually there's
There's a lot, but most of the time,
where he looks that badass, and he like I said, he just loves living. He he hates seeing people die, and he's always against people that are just corrupt, evil. He's your typical hero. He's the one where you can't kill him because it's just not morally right. And they're like, screw morals, man. I've got this gun to his head. It's
Think like Batman, but more fun and with personality.
Truth, justice,
minus
Earth
Andy.
way. Oh, wait a minute. This isn't Earth.
yeah, this is Earth. Oh.
But anyways, as you were saying,
And so the series is basically it starts out following these two insurance agents, Molly
Yes.
Thompson. Is it Millie
We
Thompson?
are
and,
farmers.
I think it was Millie. I forgot
Yeah.
the other one, the taller one. Oh no, wait, Millie was the
Millie was
tallest-
the tall one.
Okay. Millie is by far my favorite girl. She's dim-witted. She's kind of spacey, but when it comes to certain things, she can hold her own in a gunfight.
She is ridiculously strong, and
Yes.
she is so kind-hearted. It's just not even funny.
Hi, my name is
She-
Millie.
she is
I've been
kind-
a freshman at UCLA for 4 years now, where I'm studying to become a veterinarian because I love children and my favorite color is clear.
There's like one thing that really showed her, she's talking to this person. All of a sudden, from her coat, they're wearing like cloaks. From her cloak, this gigantic gun falls out and slams on the floor, leaving a dent.
It slams
And
on a table, knocks the table up, hits one of the guys, and knocks the guy out.
And she picks it up, no problem.
Yeah, she picks it up one-handed, which this thing is just ridiculously huge. Just slings over her shoulder. Sorry, the strap broke again.
This is my boomstick.
But
Not really a boomstick.
the two insurance agents are trying to track down Vash because there's a lot of claims that people are saying Vash did this to me, Vash did that to me, and ruined all my stuff.
Okay, I forgot. What was the name of the incident he caused?
July, actually,
Yeah.
the Massacre of July, I believe it was called, and because there's a lot of cities out there, but they're named after months.
I hate picnics.
But he was blamed for killing or like destroying the city as it is.
Okay.
But you have all these people claiming that Vash destroyed my house, Vash did this, all these different claims, and they're trying to outrule this, and so they're trying to track down Vash to keep tabs on him. Well, obviously Vash is so well wanted right now that he just doesn't want to be followed, and he's just and the first episode is like the perfect definition of mistaken identity. Because you're Vash, no, you're Vash, no, you're Vash, no, I'm not Vash, you're Vash. You've got all these guys just back and forth, and you got the actual Vash who's tied up at this point. These guys have actually managed to capture Vash, and
Not even knowing it's really him.
yeah, and they're doubting it because he's this scrawny little guy. And it's just so great because they end up,
Scrawny, dim-witted again.
but he always seems to get out of things, and he's
Helen Harrod. Hi.
yeah, he's just so fun-loving. But further on in the series, you get to learn that he has a brother that's truly responsible for what happened at the city of July.
What's the whole backstory? Because apparently these brothers, when they
They're-
get a hold of a gun,
They're cross DNA with plants, basically. They're human and plant, so they live longer than regular human because Vash has been there for 150 years.
but apparently they're also part machine too.
Well, that's part of the weaponry because they mold.
Partly human, partly plant, partly machine, more than meets the eye. Oh, sorry, Michael
But
Bay
you
was
give
here.
them these certain type of reactors, and they turn into these weapons, and with one that has enough power to blow up a city. And long story short, the brother sends the gung ho guns after him, and
Those guys were awesome.
And what's funny is the gung ho guns end up taking out more of each other than anything else. Vash doesn't kill a single one until the very last guy, and he's forced to because the guy is a master of puppetry and mind control, and he's having these people bear down on his friends, and he's like, either you kill me or your friends
die.
or your friends die. And so he's forced to kill someone. He goes through one of the worst depressions I've seen in an anime because it goes against his morals so much to kill someone, and it's an entire episode devoted to him getting back on his feet, and finally he comes back to the realization. Then was it Wolf? He loses his friend Wolfwood, who
Wasn't he actually part of the gung ho guns?
he was technically part of the gung ho guns. He was assigned to kill Vash.
Okay, for anyone who doesn't know Trigun,
Wolfwood is a traveling preacher. He's trying to market
Crayons. You know you want to be
He's trying
saved.
to market God, and he travels around.
You want to feel the power of God? Put your hands on that TV because it'll shock your ass across the living room.
He's traveling across the desert with a gigantic gun on his back.
Yeah,
Or not gun, cross.
Yeah, well, it is.
It turns out to be a
It's
gun.
disguised as this huge wrapped cross, and he's just that strong that he can carry this around. It's pure steel, and it's
Vaya
not.
con Dios.
Yeah, it's not just. The cross itself is a gun, but it also houses other guns.
It's not just a singular gun.
He's got a Cravel and a 9mm just in there as well. But what makes him such an interesting character is that he is very agreeable with Vash. But the only thing is, he's not. He has no problem with killing someone, where Vash does. Well, yes, he ends up killing people point blank all the time.
Greedo fired first.
Yeah.
Bull.
No, he did not.
I know.
Lies. Thank you, Han. The Nerd Moment brought to you by LG.
Get used to it.
Yeah. And they become friends after this
There's that
entire
slogan,
ordeal. They start
LG,
traveling
get
with each
used to
other,
it.
but they'll break paths, meet up together, just all these different things. Well, Wolfwood finally ends up dying because he meets with the man who taught him how to fight, and who's another gung-ho gun. And he refuses to kill Vash. And so they end up having a gunfight. He ends up killing his master, but in the end, he takes enough of a mortal wound. And it's one of the saddest moments because he walks into this church, puts down the cross, and he just basically says, I didn't want to die like this. I don't want to die here. But I guess there's nothing else I can do. And he dies holding his cross. Well, the cool thing about that cross is at the very end of the series, it comes into play, and Ace is lighting up his chair over here. And
it was Vash carrying it, right?
Yeah. Vash goes to face off against his brother Knives, and he takes the big old cross gun with him, and they get into this huge battle where they're matching each other move for move.
Think old Western showdown mixed in some martial arts
And it comes down to, because the gun that Vash carries with him is actually the same reactor that creates the gun in him.
Oh, yeah.
So, and the brother has one as well. And it comes down to the very end where the entire landscape where they're at is getting blown up because the brother ends up getting both guns. Everything's covered in dust, and he's got both these huge weapons aimed right at Vash. And he's like, I guess I win. And then you see Vash stamp his hand into the dirt, pull out the cross gun, and ends up laying a shot right across the torso of his brother and lays him down. And
the gun still fires off as he's going.
Yeah.
Is that how it went?
No, they hit the ground and they return to normal because he's no longer...
Oh, yeah, living or breathing.
Well, he's still alive.
Yeah.
He's just been hit with it because it takes a little bit more to kill these guys, because being the whole plant half-breed that they are. And it's just, he promised that the insurance agents, Meryl was the one that she fell in love with him, and he promises, I'll be back. He comes back, and he's carrying his brother over his shoulder because he didn't kill him. It's just he
still gotta find someplace to put that guy.
He stuck by his guns. And it's a great series. It's a classic. It's something I always recommend to anyone who's looking to get into anime, because I caught on to it in Adult Swim back when I was younger, and it's remained good. And
some really good anime titles, just to throw them out there: Ghost in the Shell, Trigun, Cowboy Bebop, Dragon Ball Z, which would have to be the standard.
It's what you're going to probably want to start with if you're a younger age, but if you're looking for more of an adult storyline,
that's when you go into Cowboy Bebop,
Trigun,
and Ghost in the Shell.
Because Dragon Ball Z, yes, when I was a kid, I loved watching people beat the crap out of each other.
Half the time, though, is them going, I'm gonna charge him my laser.
Yeah.
Oh, I crap my pants. I'm sorry.
How many Dragon Ball Z characters does it take to screw in a light bulb? One, but it takes 12 episodes.
I don't always destroy Planet Namek in 5 minutes.
When I do, it takes 10 episodes.
Dragon Ball Z. Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Seriously? That really sums it up.
I think there's an entire episode where Trunks just commercial break comes back.
Or you see what another character is doing. Then it comes back to Trunks. Go to another character.
Then he finally throws a punch, and the episode's like, next time. At Dragon Ball Z, the punch connects. What will happen? But there are a lot of bad animes out there as well.
Oh.
Ones to avoid. We already went over Boba.
Ultimate Muscle.
Ultimate Muscle.
There are some, like, where it's good anime, bad ending, or,
Yes. Evangelion, great anime.
horrible
ending. But that's because production stuff,
Yeah.
the production lines were...
If you like...
Rurouni Kenshin. Awesome series until you get to the very frickin' end. And
Depressing.
well, if you watch the end of the anime series, you could just tell that they were like, we had nothing else to do.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, let's just twiddle our thumbs. And they added an entire filler arc. They basically Naruto'd this out. And I hate to use it as a term, but it's true. Because if you watch the original Naruto, half of the series is filler. From like 130-something on, filler.
I think, like, how many seasons did we get in that one?
A filler? Like seven?
No, like... how many seasons altogether?
Of Naruto?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Well,
Literally, I get
half
to-
of that was filler. In
Yeah.
fact, probably more than half.
But now in the long run, Ace. Do you have any anime series that you suggest that you've watched? Or?
I think I brought him up before.
You mentioned JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or
Yeah,
something.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Ranma One Half.
Ranma One Half.
Yeah, yes.
Cultural Cat Girl Nuko Nuko.
I saw that one. Actually.
Crayon Shin-chan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Crayon Shin-chan. Looks like a
You're a
kid's
super
show.
aren't you, Shin? Yeah, thanks for the name. I hope I live up to it.
Yes. Looks like a kid's show.
But it's not.
It is definitely an adult show.
Kids
That's why.
show, adult humor. Think South Park of Japan.
I
Are you
always-
going to use the money from your booby job jar?
Yeah. The thing is, like in Japan, the series is still going. It's actually the world record holder in longest series.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Like, how many episodes are they at? Like 500 almost?
no,
Or-
far beyond that.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
in the thousands.
Wow.
Sweetness.
But what's funny about Crayon Shin-chan is that you can watch an episode, and there's so many things that you just don't catch on to unless you watch it a second time, and you're just like, wow, how did I miss that reference?
You got
Like,
like,
what was that,
oh,
like, in
Put a
the-
sausage in your mouth. Yeah. You know, I didn't miss that one automatically, but they really just played that one
Action
up.
bastard.
yeah, you got
Mom,
women
you gotta
being
give me
out-
these sausages, because then I can be like Action Bastard. They got peppers in them. You don't eat peppers, but I want them.
Oh,
Just for the
God.
stupid stickers.
Sorry, but helping out the needy doesn't sit well with me.
There's a lot of good quotes.
Who am I?
You're just
sure
a
you want to
helpless
know?
old trash monkey, aren't you?
The story I have to tell
Oh,
is
no,
not
wait,
by the faint
it
of
was-
heart. I am Hentai Man. What?
Ah!
Hentai Man.
But further on
the
series,
female teachers in action.
What other
hero
series
suits or
should we
something?
suggest?
Gurren Lagann is another good
Oh,
series.
yeah.
I can go an entire day long about how much I love Gurren Lagann.
Guitar awesome.
It are awesome. It are very awesome. The
Too
reason
bad they kill one of the most awesome characters right off the
so
bat.
early on, but no, they really with Gurren Lagann. It's the underlying theme that I like the most.
Oh, yeah.
Is just having the spirit to keep going, even when stuff is against you in the worst degree. That you will still
That is the
go.
they call that power spiral energy.
Yes, the
when really is
fighting
just
spirit.
human. Yeah, human spirit,
And
fighting
the
spirit.
other anime I've seen, I can't mention. It's
Is it La Blue Girl?
The Blue Girl, Legend of the Overfiend.
I have not watched those actually.
What
Actually, bits and pieces of
what have
Blue
I
Girl.
seen? Gonad the Barbarian.
Gonad.
Gonad the Barbarian, and there's this warrior chick, and she has the curved sword.
Okay, got you.
And it's like, oh, I need to see some ID. Yes, I have my ID right here in my breast pocket. Nice pockets.
Yes, okay. I get where you're going with this one. And
No.
there's Eureka 7. which is another series I recommend. But yeah.
Eureka!
We could suggest a lot. You know,
Studio Gainax just really makes great anime.
Funimation. I mean,
Coolie. FLCL.
hell yeah.
The 6-episode series, it takes you 4 times to watch. That way you get an entire season out of it.
And there's so much random things flying by that actually turns out not to be random at all.
Yeah, you think it's random, but you watch the second time, like, oh, now I get it. And
I used to watch Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal
Yes.
Alchemist.
Time ago.
Okay. Full Metal Alchemist. I like
Brotherhood.
Brotherhood is awesome. I've met some people that were like, I don't like Brotherhood. And I'm like, well,
Well, I don't know.
I've only seen
okay,
like 1 episode of Brotherhood so far.
to be honest, okay, there's like 2 versions of Full Metal Alchemist. The first one, which was, same storyline. These 2 brothers who try and bring back their mother after she's dead, which is taboo in
alchemy.
their world. Alchemy, the equivalent exchange, where you take one material and turn it into
from
another.
the dead. It's a messy job, and I don't like doing it.
But apparently, in that process, it all goes wrong, and
Human
they lose body
transmutation.
parts.
Yeah.
And they find out why it's a forbidden art.
Eric's no longer armed. Oh! Too soon?
Edward Elric.
Edward, okay.
And what was it? Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is actually based on the manga.
like almost panel for panel, if you know what's going on. But they do a great job of following the original story as it is. The original Full Metal Alchemist started to complete way before the manga was even close to being finished.
And that way you got characters that were never even
So
the manga storylines.
In anime production, I call this pulling it out of your ass.
Oh yeah.
And it's very true. It's like we need something. We really need something to work. Yeah, it's a blue
Hey,
man.
I mean-
If I really had to give it a description, though, the first Full Metal Alchemist would be the child's version. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is the adult version,
Yes.
by leaps and bounds.
Because it dives so far into the dark end of this stuff as well, and how evil things can be.
Especially the homunculus.
Yes, because in Full Metal Alchemist, just regular, it's kind of light. It's really light on the violence. It's really light on the adult end of things, because
You see blood and missing body parts, but
I still think that in both of them, Hughes dies.
He's the guy with the big handlebar mustache? Or?
No, that's
Hughes
Armstrong.
he's the guy that constantly brings up pictures of his daughter.
He comes up
that guy, yeah.
and he goes, "Look at my daughter. She's so
Right.
cute." And
By
he
the way-
ends up dead.
Yeah, it's like, by the way, I have to tell you something very important.
She went
I
to
have
the
new
body all by
pictures
herself.
of my daughter. Look at her. She's so cute. She's like an angel. He goes on.
She rode a pony for the first time today. Isn't she cute?
Yes, exactly.
Here's her swimming in her first pool. Here's her first potty. Here's her this. Here's her that.
Here's her first date. Why are you behind the bushes? Huh?
That was her first
How are
date.
you in the picture that you took?
That's the trick.
I am just that skilled.
And if I had to rate the series, in my opinion, Full Metal Alchemist,
first one.
First one is more like a 3 out of 5, and Brotherhood 5 out of 5. Just
I would
because
dare say 6 out of 5. It really, really
It is
goes
well
beyond
done.
to entertain.
There are series that I find that people really love that I am not a big fan of, like Paranoia Agent. Have you ever
I
seen that?
never got that one.
It's-
I just remember there was a kid with a broken bat
Yeah.
on roller skates. What was he called again?
Good question.
Broken Bat Kid.
No, he had a name, but he appeared. He's apparently this psycho killer.
Bonk on the head.
I remember this.
Don't get me
I think like the
started.
one episode that really interested me. It's about this group of traveling friends. A little girl. I would say.
A guy in his 20s, as far as I know.
Yeah, and an old guy. They are suicidal. They're going, we need to find places so we can die.
Yeah.
But as the episode goes on, you learn they're already dead. They're
Yeah.
ghosts.
They had died long ago.
It's a twist.
M. Night Shyamalan's, I know this series.
This
Actually
is just like
living in
my
a forest
own stuff.
preserve. Mel Gibson cannot act. That's the twist.
That stings. I like it.
How you like that one, Mel?
To think that guy couldn't handle aliens. My gosh. You can handle the English, but not aliens.
I'm cursing like crazy.
Oh no, the aliens are descending upon us. Their only weakness is water. They realize that our surface of the earth is 90% water. Why do they still come here?
And why can't they master a door, damn it? Wait a minute. The door is what's saving us. Never mind.
Seriously, if you're on a spaceship, you're like, we're looking for places to invade, and you're like, oh, would you look here? Poison gases, 90% of the planet consists of them. Let's go there anyway. These ones will kill us. It seems like a good idea. No. Sorry, Mel. No.
This is a very... never mind.
Check out this plot hole. I could drive a truck through it.
Think of it like this way. This is a high-powered, high-precision machine. Extremely complicated. Better mess with everything. Pressing buttons.
So, completely derailed after this anime listing.
I don't care. We're enjoying ourselves. Andy would be...
When the bat's away, Mike will play.
Besides, Andy would be word Nazi. No talking for you.
Oh, Andy's coming.
Yeah. No,
if he was really Batman, we wouldn't know he was here.
Andy, we say this out of fun, really. We got to roast you.
We love you like a redheaded stepchild.
You're the host. It's got to happen.
Hell yeah.
But really,
next week's episode, the roast of Andy.
Any other series, not just anime that you think of or whatnot?
Well, since they've been around forever, and I
dare say the Flintstones, I'll stab you.
They're dead, so
yeah.
I don't know.
No,
how do you guys feel about the original CSI?
Dun dun.
Yes.
I've never actually watched CSI.
Darn it, Grisham! No,
well, it's a pretty interesting show. I mean,
you see, back in my day,
okay, CSI.
I was brought up on stuff like SWAT,
the Adam and Eve,
Emergency, and Rookie.
All these different CSI shows. CSI Miami, CSI New York, CSI Your Mom, CSI
Crime Scene Investigation, Your Mom.
Yes.
Yeah. Wonder how that works.
CSI, the tax office. CSI, the DMV. CSI.
CSI, the unemployment office.
Think of this as CSI. Cause of death, sir? I think it's the knife
in his back, sir. Another series, case closed.
Any witnesses? Yeah, that waiter over there. Well, I went to the chef and he told me, you see this knife? Give it to that man in the back.
I still remember in a preview. I still remember that in a preview. Detective asking officer, what was the cause of death? The officer goes, we believe it's a knife in his back, sir.
Yeah.
How are we doing on Mr. Burns' body? Well, we've discovered the cure for at least 13 out of 17 knife wounds to the back. Yay!
How many episodes have The Simpsons had? I know they're like...
Didn't they just do...
didn't they just add a 22nd or a 23rd season?
Stab me now.
I think they're in 23rd season.
Wow.
Over 500 episodes, I think.
Talk about one of those shows that just will not die.
Okay. Let us question. The Simpsons. Do you believe it's jumped the shark?
I think it's way... They're in
Did it
space
pull a Fonzie already? Do you believe it has hit that point where Fonzie has hit the water after the shark?
They pulled a Fonzie and they ended up in space because of it. Treehouse of Horrors. Seriously?
I did, not necessarily the last Treehouse of Horror, but like the one before that where they had like Daniel Radcliffe as voicing a teen vampire. When you have to bring Twilight into a series, you might as well just tie the noose yourself.
Oh, gosh.
Look, they sparkle.
The one thing, though, is shows nowadays are all too pop culture related.
Yeah.
They always have to take shots at everything.
And now they have to reference each other, too.
Oh, yeah.
Look, it's Glee.
Oh, my God.
Like, I think one of the, like,
show. They can all
like some big episode of The Simpsons recently, they added at the end, thanks to Fox News or something like that, and they badmouth Fox News pretty much, and they're like, what the hell?
I mean, I have yet to really see
They're kind of breaking the
What's
fourth
the
wall, I
name?
think.
What's the name of the creator? Matt Groening.
Groening, yeah.
Or Groening?
Groaning?
Groening.
I don't care. That guy, Matt G. We'll call him that.
Matt O.G.
Seriously, I think I've started.
Sorry, we
I
were
like The
pulling an
Simpsons
Andy
at
on
one point, but I think they really wrote it out for as long as they could. Kudos to them on keep on writing it.
Well, that's all The Simpsons to me has become is that pop culture.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just like South Park. People are probably going to hate me for this, but I'm not a big fan of The Simpsons. I never have been a big fan of The Simpsons. I had a...
Oh, please, you have the Mr. Plow theme song memorized.
Wrong.
Mr. Plow, that's the name. That name again is Mr. Plow.
Be careful with the asshole. Kiss my asshole.
Yeah. I still just don't see the big appealing factor. Yes, there's some funny parts in it,
Yeah,
but
it is.
really, there's not enough for me to go, let's watch the next episode. No, not really.
Yeah.
Same with like South Park. South Park is just really way too pop culture, and they just keep really throwing into it. It lost appeal to me when they brought in Steve Irwin. They're like the quote-unquote Irwin. Crocodile Hunter. And
Oh man, it's too soon to be dressing like Steve Irwin. No, sorry,
Saying
Satan, I
it's
am
me.
Steve Irwin.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just those series. Yes, I'll admit I watched when I was younger, but now I look at them and I just go, "What is up with this?"
Yeah.
At least Family Guy has
the
his cutaway scenes.
last few seasons, even though I wasn't quite paying attention to the entire episode, I think one of my favorite ones has like one of the perfect voice actors for the job. It was an episode where Lisa discovers Mo can write poetry and gets them published, and the publisher of his newspaper kind of looks like J. Jonah Jameson, and he's like, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm done with poetry. And then the editor goes, what are we going to do now? I don't know. Give me some pictures of Spider-Man. And his intern goes, Spider-Man's a fictional character. Well, then write me some poetry about Spider-Man. And then I find out at the end, it's like, hey, that was J.K. Simmons. Holy crap.
Like, I can give them that.
Yeah, I mean, they get the good voice talent, but I dare say it. There's like even episodes of Family Guy and even the Cleveland Show that they're doing their version of movies. Like they did a Tootsie episode of Family Guy and a Die Hard episode of Cleveland Show, and it's like when you have to use a movie as a base for your episode, hang it up.
Family Guy is another one of the series that's just
I
kind
mean,
of...
I'll still watch Family Guy. It's
Well,
just
you
funny
enjoyed
as hell.
Family Guy more than you did
I have
Simpsons.
definitely enjoyed Family Guy more than I like The Simpsons.
Freaking sweet.
But still, there are times when it's one of the series I can't just sit there and turn on and go, hey, cool, it's
Hey, this
on.
is on. I'm going to watch.
Yeah, very, very seldomly does that happen with me.
I don't know about Andy or Ace, but me and Mike are more of the anime guys.
Yeah.
Yes, anime and totally.
Because anime
If I'm going
has
for Perry-
a lot of the... It has like almost their... Oh, sorry, I'm losing track. Almost every anime that ever comes out of Japan has, some kind of interesting concept. I remember there's a new one that came out where apparently these guns can turn into sentient beings. There's one where a soda can turns into a girl. Leave it to Japan to come up with these weird concepts.
If you want to talk about parody shows and ones that take the pop culture and the comedy to a different level, there is Crayon Shin-chan. There is, Magical Shopping Arcade Abenobashi. That one is one of the funniest ones that they create parodies. The Hollywood episode, bar none, is one of my favorites because they have references from Twister, Jaws, and RoboCop in the same scene. There's this huge tornado coming. It's a Twister. There's Jaws. There's a shark coming out of it. Like, no.
There you got one of the weird ones.
We're going to need a bigger house.
Yeah.
You got one like XL
I'll tell you what
Saga,
your chances
where
are.
they had a
too.
Power Rangers tie-in.
Yeah,
Lord.
XL Saga. That one, you
Maybe
better.
it's XLR. I'm sorry. I was a good.
Oh yes.
Why did they get rid of that show?
Who knows?
Had a cool
Oh,
theme
man.
song, okay?
How many seasons was that even
You
around
dig giant
for?
robots. I dig giant robots.
Chicks dig
Chicks
giant.
We
dig giant robots.
Chicks
dig
dig
giant
giant robots. And what else was there for parody shows? Back on the Excel Saga. If you're going to watch that, do not go into it expecting understanding.
The cover may look like there are badasses in the show. No.
No. They really mess with you.
They are asses, though. We'll give you that.
Yeah. And Excel Saga, for any fan of it, I'm glad. Good job. Cool, you made it through. I'm fine. For me, no.
Because really, we have to stress again, this is our personal views. This is how we see shows.
And we're
not saying you must watch this or die.
We're not insulting you in any way about this. It's just
You
how
have
we
your
feel
favorite
on
shows.
it.
These are
Exactly.
our opinions.
So, in the end of it, it just really. He adjusted the camera and I lost my track.
Sorry.
In the end of it all, you're gonna like what you're gonna like. We're gonna like what we're gonna like, and if you like it, cool.
We're not going to troll you on
Yeah,
it.
we're not gonna troll you on
you
it.
know,
Unless you're Annie and it's
some of
Batman.
the cartoons or
Batman
animated
sucks.
series that I continually watch. I have kids, so of course I watch SpongeBob. But of course, SpongeBob is designed for adults as well. Kick Buttowski, Suburban Daredevil, Phineas and Ferb. I
give
think
you
you'd
that
actually
one.
like Kick Buttowski because his best friend is Gunther, and he's of Norse persuasion. His favorite hero is Thor Thorson. And his parents own this big, Viking ship called Battle Snacks. Yes, we serve the public.
Now, for next episode, we're gonna definitely try and aim on more some of the English cartoons. Anything that, because yes, we do get off track. We talk a lot about anime.
Can I get my views on this?
Yeah,
America, please make better cartoons.
Korra.
Legend of
Avengers,
Korra,
Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
a few doesn't really solve it. When you got SpongeBob and everything else,
Oh god.
and the misadventures of Flapjack or Chowder.
Oh, yeah. okay.
Those are gone,
Yeah.
thankfully.
America, please get your act together.
Well,
Evan and Eddie, I'm sorry.
the funny thing
actually
is,
enjoyed that one.
with this editing type, we could probably go for a little bit longer. Seriously, what are your most hated American shows when it comes to cartoons? As this huge list of things, just and what are your favorites? Because let's try and get some superhero focus here, because really.
Okay, I'll go ahead and say it. I do like Ultimate Spider-Man. I said it there. It's out in the open.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's geared towards kids, and especially with let's go ahead and market toys that we can sell to these kids. Okay, but on the more serious side, superheroes, Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I'll say it again. Don't freaking cancel it. I'm sorry. It's I haven't had a chance to catch any of the Green Lantern animated series. I've wanted to, but I'm always working. Phineas and Ferb. I think it took them 20 years to get the show on TV, and then when it finally premiered, it was a hit.
Yeah, I can agree. Phineas and Ferb has some really good stuff.
To be completely expected is unexpected. Love Doofenshmirtz. Love Perry. Shows I hate. Animated series I hate. Dora the Explorer. My kids started getting into that, and I fortunately
If you have to say backpack so many times,
Stop
look
it!
up yours.
one of these
Sniper, no
programs
sniping!
he used to watch at 12:30 is no longer on, so we go, okay, go to Zabuafu. This way we can get off of Nickelodeon, so Daddy doesn't have to watch Dora. Oh God, what's another? God, if I got bad ones, I really don't watch them.
Well, just think of it this way.
Yeah,
Any show that the moment you see it come on, you're like, no, change, change.
No.
Remote, shine. This is where you shine, remote. Channel up, channel down.
They've gotten better in the last couple seasons. The episodes I've seen, I'm kind of iffy on American Dad.
American Dad has
Sometimes
its
it
moments.
doesn't. It's a flip
It's a
flop
constant
kind of show.
It's
Yeah.
just a
Miss.
hit miss.
I like the Cleveland show.
It's up at bat. You just don't know where it's going to be thrown.
Yeah.
Cleveland.
I like his next door neighbor, Tim the Bear. It's like bear, black guy. See how you like it.
Yeah.
But there's not really too many if there's a bad cartoon out there, I don't watch it. I mean, bad movies, yeah. You know, I'll see.
I already know you have an encyclopedia of bad movies.
Yes, I've got all B movies. I've got good movies. I've got
Just go
really
search for the
crappy
Dark
movies.
Crystal.
All right. Oh, ouch.
Ow.
So LG, how about you?
Dark Crystal. He hates that. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
We got that.
He's like, where
There-
to begin?
Do we got an hour?
Seriously, I really wish I could just say every American cartoon minus a few gems. And that's really putting it at
So you're
a
talking like
few.
stuff that's been primarily used on Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon.
Okay, if I have to really pinpoint it to a network, I can't just select one show. I mean, I really have distaste for
Toon
like
Eric, great
Sponge.
show.
No.
Oh god,
Anyway,
I really have a distaste for SpongeBob. But they had a few, and I mean a few episodes where I'm like, oh, this isn't so bad. Then another episode comes up. Okay, turn it. Button react. Why won't you change?
say hello to LG's personal hell. Watching SpongeBob, a bad episode comes on, he can't change the channel.
Oh god.
There's no more. The batteries are dead. There's no new batteries in the house. Ah!
I think like the one cartoon.
Then you have to go
that-
back to the olden days where you get up and actually turn the TV off.
Oh god. I think the one cartoon I hate above all else is The Misadventures of Flapjack. It's just
That cartoon made no sense.
What the hell is up with that? You got a
they
kid
ride
living
around
in a whale.
whale.
There's a freaking pirate. I have no idea.
The guy who owns the candy barn and his candy wife, a wife made out of candy.
I'm surprised.
Candy wife.
I'm surprised no one has torn that girl
I'm
apart.
surprised like Flapjack and his
The-
friend haven't eaten her.
The ironic part is, I only know that show because I was at Curicon
Oh,
a couple
God.
years back, and I turned on the TV in the hotel room, and it popped up there, and I was hypnotized by the stupidity, and I couldn't stop watching.
It's like watching Entertainment Tonight. Here, brain, I don't need this.
Yeah.
Tonight, Abe will go to paint.
You know, I couldn't even get through the previews. It's like, coming soon, a Cartoon Network, it's this and that. I was like, oh, change it.
And
Then
Bobby
when
the whale.
Then when the show actually starts, I'm like, okay, turn off TV, change channel, every other way. Now back to shows I actually like, cartoon shows I like. We already know Avatar and The Legend of Korra. I really wish they had more episodes. Teen Titans. God, I loved that show.
Yes,
it
I will
was awesome. The humor, the characters, everything.
It's very animated.
I like towards the
This
end of the
is kind
season.
where it follows. Ultimate Spider-Man goes in the same kind of fashion
yeah.
as Teen Titans, where the little anime bits where they're different characters, the big sweat.
I like towards the end of Teen Titans, they try and, well, they kind of go all Justice League Unlimited, where you got all these kinds of teen superheroes coming in, like friggin' Argent, one guy who plays a trumpet, a girl who can turn her whole body into crystal. Sounds familiar though. So, anyways, I'm a frost. I mean, but I like how that girl who can turn into crystal has a caveman sidekick. Don't know how that works out.
Well, they work as a team. She turns to Crystal, he grabs her like a club and beats the crap out of her.
yeah, he goes. Once he grabs her as a club, he goes Hulk smash.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And I'm starting to get into Young Justice. I really
Yes.
need to watch that from the beginning.
Once again, on when I'm at work. It checks me out. Cartoon Network, rework your scheduling, damn it.
One man.
I
One
don't-
schedule.
that was it.
That's another thing about Cartoon Network. If it's Cartoon Network, why the hell do they show live action and shows?
If it's MTV, why are they not showing any music?
Videos, yeah. Oh, look,
Seriously.
Jersey Shore.
Can you guys just live up to your names for once? Music television should have music.
Yeah.
Cartoon Network should have cartoons. Nickelodeon, we don't know.
Yeah.
What the heck is a
Shows about
Nickelodeon?
nickels.
So, well, I'm going to jump in there
Yeah,
a
sorry.
little bit. And I'm going to give my dislikes first. There's many. I'm going to try and abridge it for you. Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh,
I found that, okay, it's another hit and miss series for me.
Stupid dog.
but mostly missed.
Miriam! It's, the series
don't
itself,
take no courage. We'll get enough macaroni and cheese for everybody.
The things I do for love.
things I do for love. I mean, it's definitely,
Stupid dog.
Okay.
the series, there's maybe one or two episodes I can really get into. Other ones, this came out...
Randy the robot.
Yeah,
I make little wooden reindeers.
Yeah, there's so many different things about the series that just really, it creeped me out. Some people, my girlfriend, she's really into it, I guess, or whatnot. Well, at least she's definitely has a pretty good knowledge on it. I just never understood that kind of humor. Yeah. Like I said, I'm trying to really abridge here when it comes down to it. Other hated shows, like I said, you already listed Flapjack.
Ren and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy. That is not a kid's show. That should not have been on a kid's series, kids station at all.
It gave us Log, though. That's
Yes.
all I'm going
Yes.
to give it.
I'll give it that. As for series that I liked, but also didn't know that it's not kid-oriented, was Rocko's Modern Life. I actually liked that show.
Oh.
But it was really, really dirty, if you see it right.
Yeah.
There's some
What?
bad stuff in that one.
I remember one scene. They're all picking berries from a bush.
And you see
trying
this
to
bear come running out,
He
holding
picks
his...
this one berry.
Oh my
holding
god.
his underside there, just because we're running out. You're like, no, what?
Does a bear yell in the woods? Yeah, if you pick his berries, he will.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so most of the series you guys were listing, it was definitely on my hate list. I think I should definitely more aim toward the positive, though. Transformers is technically American.
yes.
Transformers.
All the classics. Transformers, G.I. Joe.
Okay, G.I. Joe, ironically enough, I was not a huge fan of.
Oh, well.
Megatron, why do I sound like Cobra Commander?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you do start screaming, I don't care.
Same production company.
Cobra!
Sorry, wrong show.
Justice League Unlimited.
Yes. Updated ones.
Those ones are definitely, if you are a comic book fan, jump into them. They're great.
Superman's birthday. Where'd you get him? I got them this rare flower that blooms on
Yes.
this planet. What did you get him? Money? What do you get for the man who has everything?
Yeah.
Batman, I got this. Oh.
Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Yeah.
That's actually basically just like a Justice League, but with Marvel humor.
Oh, yes.
Because Marvel can turn around and hit itself with its own jokes
yeah.
and not have a problem with
Yep.
it. DC has that one character bashing on another character,
But that's it.
but that's really all it is.
Yep.
Marvel, they can go, okay, I can accept it. You have Iron Man going,
You have a lot of rings.
yeah.
Well, it's hard to get those suits back in there.
Yeah.
Typical episode, early episode of Avengers Roots Master. Captain America is in the kitchen with and Tony Stark's going over his whole futuristic kind of layouts and stuff, and it's like, meanwhile, Cap's cracking eggs into a big pitcher, downs like a dozen eggs, and it's like, I don't think you've ever been in a fight. I've been in plenty of fights. Yeah, when you're pummeling into somebody or blasting them, but you've never been in a fight. You need training. Really? So they set up this big ring appears,
Or when you
bleachers
lose the
show
armor.
up, the Hulk and Hawkeye run in there and get seats in the bleachers, and they're like,
was this like the little cartoon one? Or?
no, this is the current animated series. It's like in the first season.
Oh yeah,
And
the
Hawkeye's
90s,
going,
I'm thinking the
the 90s one?
No, the one that comes on Cartoon Network where they're all like
Oh, the superhero
Mattel.
squad?
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
But
that one is.
so Hawkeye goes, this is going to be good. Hulk's like, yep. Captain America's just wearing boxing gloves. Tony Stark has the headgear, the mouth guard, everything. He's like, he goes to Tony, okay, hit me. You sure? Yeah, hit me. You see his glove fist go towards the camera. Next thing you see is Tony Stark's head hitting the mat. Hawkeye and Hulk are laughing their asses off. Okay, get up and hit me again. Really? Do I have to? Yes.
As for other series, Wolverine and the X-Men, I thought was good. There is. It's not one of my best favorites out there. It's definitely.
It really does have its moments.
It has
though.
its really good moments.
I can honestly say there wasn't an episode I didn't enjoy.
Yeah, X-Men Evolution.
Yes,
I
that
thought it was
one
actually
I
well
loved a little more.
Just because it.
Look, guys, I can be normal like you. With the Nightcrawler and his little wrist device.
Yeah.
Which, if you notice with Nightcrawler in that
He's
series,
still holding his human
he
fingers.
still has
three.
Ninja Turtle syndrome.
No, I call that the Spock syndrome.
That's true.
It's like he's always constantly going, "Hey, yo, dudes, live long and prosper."
Mein Freund.
Everybody loves the Frosty
my
dudes,
fro-
right?
If you could say that phrase in German, I laugh.
Man. No, and
Well, that was because I liked it more because they tried to take the X-Men and basically turn them into high schoolers,
and it's
drama and everything.
and it worked. It was actually it was a good series. It was funny to watch, and it also kept up with the whole serious dynamic that the mutants had to hide themselves, or vice versa. And I'm still waiting for more of the current storylines to translate to the television series that they have going from comics now, like with A versus X, and that Xavier is no longer the head of the X-Men because Xavier was kind of being a douche. And
So Cyclops took over and became the douche.
yeah, so basically, leader of X-Men equals douche. It's just a
Well,
niche
you can only
spot.
stand Patrick Stewart for so long.
Yeah, I like Patrick Stewart.
I know.
Engage. Make it sound.
Say, number one,
The-
if I told you Mr. Wolf's head looked like a fanny, would you join me in a laugh?
I
Yeah, I
would.
can get on that. All right, here it comes. Mr. Wolf's head looks like a fanny. You can all suck my ridges. Oh, get a life, Rocky Dennis.
If there was any voiceover casting directors, hey, I'm available.
Speaking of that, gargoyles.
Oh yeah.
Jonathan Frakes, Samir Sirtis.
Basically,
I
Star
love
Trek.
that show.
Star Trek Next Generation 2. I mean, quite seriously, I don't think
The
there's
evil Goliath, Michael Dorn, I can kick ass.
It's great.
What was the bad guy's name? Xanatos? Like for the first few.
Yeah, and
Thanatos.
Xanatos.
Can't sleep at night, take
Xanatos. I think I was like pill. Take 2 Xanatos. Call me in the morning.
Seriously, for a rich guy who has everything, he was a complete ass to these ancient creatures.
Also voiced by number 1. Riker. Darn you! No. In
I remember the intro for that one 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Superstition and sorcery ruled the world or something.
The funny part is, like, most of the stuff that we can list off is older stuff, but there's a few. No, you keep He-Man. He-Man can keep his rainbow sword away. Thank you.
Okay, Sheer.
By the power of flatulence!
Oh, sorry.
She-Ra.
Oh, God. Yes, that was after He-Man had the sex change.
I know.
She-Ra!
Aren't they brother and sister?
He, she, master of
It guy!
it, man.
Good person.
Yes.
Voltron.
No, in the Voltron, I like Voltron. Battle of the Planet, but that's getting into the anime territory again. Stop
I
that.
know.
Card Captain Sakura, stop it!
Fun Rover 1 and 7 Sark 7. No!
Yeah, in the long run, America has produced some good shows, but it's when they're rushed to production for the popularity of it all that it really sucks. I mean,
Or when
really.
they're canceled before their time.
Oh yes.
Shut up, Starscream.
Megatron!
Wait, aren't you supposed to
I'd
be
like to order 7 supersized
Transformers Prime.
strawberry shakes.
No, I haven't seen that. Is it really any
It's
good?
actually pretty well done. I like it.
Isn't it more of a
Roll
CGI
out.
thing? Or?
It is CGI,
Okay.
but it really does
Oh, that
make up
reminds me.
for it.
Is
What?
that kind of CGI where it's CGI but it doesn't look like it's CGI?
No, you know it's CGI, but it's
It's
cartoony.
well done.
It's
Well done.
It is very well
Not
done.
like Beast Wars?
Speaking of CGI,
Okay, I liked Beast Wars.
Yeah.
Okay? Beast Wars. Okay, we gotta remember when I first saw Beast Wars, I was in 5th grade.
Okay.
Okay, Beast Wars, Cheetor, Rhinox,
What was the
Trap,
was that the sequel or what was the next one?
Beast Machines.
There we
Beast
go.
Machines is the one I hated.
Yeah, apparently we
I
did
was a
talking
little bit
tanks
older
and-
than you guys, so
Beast Wars focuses on a different take of stuff, and it really Optimus Primal, which I'm like, that's that cop out. I've never heard of the name, but still, I like the series because it had some decent drama to it. You had the T-Metals, the T-Metal 2s that were introduced later, like them getting morphed by exposure to Energon, and it's just there's so much of that feel of Transformers that you get it, but there's still that expansion on it. Instead of transforming into
How did you ever feel
machines,
about
beasts.
Reboot?
Reboot? Okay, Reboot.
he almost threw up in his mouth a little bit.
Reboot, I don't know.
I
To me,
didn't
it was
mind
a bit of a
Reboot.
decent show.
But it was, if you watch it now, and when you're a kid, it's amazing. Like, oh, it's all CGI. You can do this and that.
You're watching it now. It's like, God,
I could do that in Paint. I could do MS Paint. Just look at this.
I could do that with the first one.
Now, back in the day, I used to watch Johnny Quest a lot. Now, and then as an adult, I looked at Johnny Quest and I go, damn, that's a really violent show.
Well, yeah.
Now,
First of all, where's his
Johnny
mom?
Quest,
Yes,
or-
the original Johnny Quest.
Okay, because
Where Haji was PC, it wasn't so PC. Seems all a bit.
Yeah, I don't think you should be saying that through the airport of security, Haji.
Oh, God.
But takes him, takes his kid without his mom, with his manservant, Race Bannon,
And his father.
and his dad, the scientist that nobody's ever heard of, but
And-
they always want to take his. And there's
Haji.
gunplay and fisticuffs. It's you got to go through. It was almost like early Twilight. There was several episodes where Race had to take his shirt off. I don't know why, but I go, man, I used to watch this show. Really?
Once 5 minutes in, shirt off.
If you ever thought that was violent, go to the Real Adventures of Johnny Quest.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
I heard it got a little more even graphic than that.
In that one, though, they always switch between the virtual world and Johnny Quest world.
Oh, God.
Johnny Quest was like, a normal cartoon, blah, blah, blah. Then they go into like a reboot thing where they were even more violent than that. But it was CGI. It was a game. We can let it go. But then you go back to the cartoon one where, oh my God.
That one season of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I used to watch that, where they enter the
digital
digital
world?
world. I think Seto Kaiba said it best at the end of that season. Let's just forget this whole thing ever happened.
Yeah.
I agree.
Voiced by
Cop out for filler.
I can't
Next.
remember the guy's name. Voiced by the same guy who did the voice of James in
And Brock.
Pokemon. And Brock, yes.
Yes.
No, the girls. Where are the girls?
It's Nurse Joy. It's
How
Officer
can
Joy.
wait a minute? How can you tell one Nurse Joy from the other? Well, you see, the Nurse Joy from Saffron
remember
City
that
likes
episode.
this flower, and the Nurse Joy from Cerulean likes this.
Or that
A
one.
shorter
where-
skirt.
That one's a
Longer
shorter
hair.
skirt.
Like
This
a
brand of
centimeter.
perfume.
Meridian City, she had the bluest eyes ever.
Stalker.
Brock.
The stalker.
Brock is Japanese for stalker.
Oh my God. Every time I would look at Brock and I was like, wow.
That's a whole different
Does
episode.
no one catch what this guy does? He is the Pepe Le Pew of.
He's kind of like the Master
Anime.
Roshi. If you
That
think about
too.
it, he's the Master Roshi of Pokemon because he's really skilled, he's really knowledgeable, but he's the one who's like, "Hey, Bulma!" In the most horrible Roshi voice I
the
could.
little old dude on Rama 1/2.
Yes.
Hey, let's hear your turn.
I remember that guy.
Oh God.
He was like the
And then
bad
they
guy
had,
and the good guy.
And they had like a little female version of him. It's like, what the hell? There's two of them now.
No,
I remember when we were talking about Ranma. The one guy who fell into the pool, a drowning girl.
Yeah.
Now when he gets hit with cold water, he becomes a girl. Transgender.
Away!
Or gender swap. And
Gender confusion.
you got the one guy who fell into the pond of drowned duck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How? Did someone hold the duck underwater? I just remember all these like cursed lakes. I was like,
Lake of Drowned Lawyer.
Yeah.
you would think at some point they would have put up fences around these things.
Lake of
Just to
Drowned
make sure.
Platypus.
Oh, there you are, Perry.
God has a sense of humor. Look at the platypus.
Jay inside.
Yeah, there we go.
Another favorite anime, or not anime, but cartoon, Jane Silent Bob. That was Clerks, the animated series.
The
There we go.
animated series.
That lasted for what?
6 episodes.
6 episodes, yes.
Those episodes are still funny, in my opinion. Especially like
They were
the
ahead
end,
of their time, is what they were.
especially the end of it where they do a Jane and Silent Bob thing. It's like,
To the news.
yeah, they got one where they're showing these kids a magic trick. It's like, okay, here's what you do: take an ordinary cup, put paper on it, now put it over the coin, and then invoke the name of the dark.
The Dark Lord, offer up this child's soul in the coin. It just evaporates.
Because
That's how you do it.
First it starts off like they're showing these kids a simple magic trick. Then when they got to that part, I lost it.
Every time someone mentions Jane Silent Bob in the Clerks, I go to Clerks, to Jane Silent Bob, then to Megas XLR for some reason. Because, I mean, it's like
The characters that are the slackers.
Yeah, and then Megas XLR just pops in at you, all the cool crap throughout all of Megas XLR.
Oh, God.
That's another one on my list of favorites is Megas.
Netflix, you need to put that on.
My wife had never seen an episode, so I found him on Hulu. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures.
Oh yes, the actual
animated
animated series.
when they had the voice talents of George Carlin and Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter. I mean, they have to.
Keanu Reeves has talent?
I didn't say he had talent.
I know Kung Fu.
Okay,
I
then.
know
I was just...
Hong Kong Fui.
I was like, I am Neo. Back off, agent. I am
Keanu
Constantine.
Reeves,
Back
and I'm
off,
cute.
demon.
Give me a dollar. And then another one that's was a favorite of me and my wife was the Beetlejuice cartoon.
Oh, God.
When he'd sit
That
there, it's
brings me
you know,
back.
go ahead, Lids, rain on my parade, and he'd turn into whatever he said. Then he's like, got a drum and it's raining on parade.
Yeah.
My favorite running joke. My favorite running joke. Every time we found a beetle, it's like, they cut away. You hear this punch?
Yeah, I'm the monster that lives across the street, y'all.
Yeah, there was
Which
some.
looked like, what was the name of that monster from Looney Tunes?
Okay, when there was one episode where there was a scientist that kind of looked like Peter Lorre. He was known as Rudolph, and then but his actual name is Gossamer.
Okay, that thing.
After
The
having disposed of the monster, exit our hero through the front door, stage left. Never the wiser.
All right.
Should we be done right now?
I think we should be done.
We're approaching the 2-hour mark.
Dun 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 dun.
But
Avengers! I didn't say it.
I'm gonna curve it still. Like, yeah, you saw the title of the last episode. I take it.
Avengers.
Sorry, I saw Lightning Cast number 6. Andy talks about the Avengers.
I seriously was gonna put that on there. Then I'm like, no, Avengers. Yeah.
America!
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I know that's where you're going with.
No, so we're gonna put a cap on this one. Since we're
Close the lid on this coffin.
considering that I can now edit this a lot faster.
And there's a lot of shows to watch, as we mentioned.
We're gonna just, like I said, curve it off, and let us know what you think of it without Andy. No.
Please. Questions, comments, concerns.
Yeah, rate, comment, subscribe, share, please, because we're
SBF for Andy for that last burn.
we're definitely into it for the laughs. We're just here to enjoy.
We're just a bunch of fanboys.
Send us
that have
topics,
fun.
too.
Yeah,
Give us something to talk
questions,
about.
Please, questions are perfectly fine.
You never know. We might dedicate a whole show to your topic. I mean...
Yeah, and
It's possible.
Cat juggling.
We will definitely name drop you. Not a problem. Cat juggling.
It's a sport that's banned in Mexico.
Meow, 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 meow. Oh, drop Fluffy. Oh,
So-
we lost one.
One down.
That's okay. He's got 8 more lives. 7 more lives. 6 more lives.
So before I unleash Andy from the closet,
Then we toss him in the bat cave. It's much deeper.
he's in the armory.
Oh, never mind that.
Oh, if he's in the armory, we're screwed next week, aren't we? Oh,
Yeah.
crap.
Oh
He's
no.
tied with his own batarangs.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
So, until next
Without
time.
further ado.
Yeah, without further ado, and until next time, I'm Mike.
I am LG.
And I am Ace.
And we're glad you listened. Have a good one. This is the Lightning Cast.
We love you.
Yes.